Brigadier, you've worked on the border. You obviously worked on national security and territorial integrity. What do you see as our challenges at this point in time?
We have porous borders, and we have a small population. 90% of the people tend to live mostly on the coastline. And the big challenge on our border is the surveillance of our borders. Okay, the whole issue of vigilance of our border, what is happening, especially as it pertains to not only the traditional threats from Suriname or Venezuela, but the non-traditional threats. You know, smuggling, whether it be of drugs, whether it be of weapons, fuel, even trafficking, human trafficking. And of course now we have a large influx of refugees who are just coming across our borders. We need to monitor what is happening on our borders. We need to modernize the Guyana Defense Force. We need to modernize the Guyana Police Force. And they must also work together with other agencies like the Customs and Law Enforcement. And we need to exercise greater vigilance on our borders.
How do we do that?
Well, not only by training, but by capital investment. Whatever is the technology today, helicopters, drones, better telecommunication for the troops out there, right? Interconnectivity, not only communications in terms of military or communications radios, but also leveraging the IT, right? You have a lot of satellites out there. There's so many things we can do in terms of getting real-time photography on what is happening on our borders.
I want to ask you this question. Is the Army controlled by the political directorate?
If you go to the Defense Act, Chapter 1501, which is the laws of Guyana covering the Guyana Defense Force, the Chief of Staff has the day-to-day operational command of the Guyana Defense Force. Above him, you will have what we call the Defense Board. And the Defense Board is chaired by the Minister of Defense. As you know, in Guyana, from independence to now, the Minister of Defense has always been whoever is the head of government of Guyana. Years before, it used to be the Prime Minister, who also was Minister of Defense. Today is the President, who is President and Minister of Defense. The only time he will not be Minister of Defense if he decides to appoint a separate person as Minister of Defense. So you have the Defense Board, and they will give strategic and policy direction to the Guyana Defense Force. But the day-to-day operation of the Guyana Defense Force, as noted in the Defense Act, rests with the Chief of Staff of the Guyana Defense Force.
Brigadier, the Army has had this reputation of being part of PNC in rigging elections. You served during that time, in the 80s, well, the last elections at least being 1985, which was accused also of being rigged. Do you have knowledge of that, or could that happen again?
Well, I have never seen any document stating that the GDF was involved in the rigging of elections in 1985. I remember reading in the press about 1973 elections. There would be massive rigging. But I can tell you this, the GDF has passed that stage. The GDF is, that I have departed from in 2016, the professional outfit, and was not involved in any movement of ballot boxes or any manipulative operation as it pertains to election. Our posture during election is a posture of operational readiness to support the civil power. In this case, to support the police in security operations.
The people that you hope to vote for you may think that the GDF could go back to that situation. Can you tell them definitely that will not happen?
Well, as I said, the GDF, and I'm confident of this, the GDF that I served in up to 2016 is more likely to remain operationally ready to support the civil authorities to deal with any violence or disturbance related to the election as against getting involved in the actual movement of ballot boxes or whatever. I think
or
we've come
anything
a
to
far,
influence the outcome of the
or
elections.
anything to influence the outcome of the elections, other than, other than the soldiers voting for a candidate of their choice 10 or 11 days before the election. I don't see them doing anything else to influence the outcome of the election.
Hopefully they'll vote for the ticket that you're under.
Well, hopefully.